Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the get to know me tag. I wanted to do this video just because I know that some people watching this don't really know me that well in person, so I figured I'd put in a few questions so that you can kind of get a gist of who I am and what I'm about. So first, this is Mew Mew. This is my cat. We adopted her about 6 months ago from a shelter. We actually found her at the Petco, but all of the animals at Petco are actually like sponsored by shelters to be put in there, and they're like taken care of like through foster parents. And I'm super glad that we actually got her as like an older cat because we didn't have to deal with like potty training. We didn't have to deal with any of that. She's super cuddly most of the time, and then sometimes she's a little playful, like right now. As you can see, she's attacking my hand. Ow! Hey, your like fingernail is stuck in my skin. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. The very first question is, what is your middle name? My middle name is Lynn. It is spelled L-Y-N. Anything in my name is always spelled a little bit weird because my mom had a weird thing with trying to spell things different. It's like she took away a letter or added a letter. Share your favorite subject in high school. My favorite subject in high school was art or theater. I was a theater kid for a really long time and I miss it so much. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, do you miss theater? And I was like, yes. I miss like having a creative outlet that wasn't me doing stuff with my hands. I just like loved being like on stage and like acting goofy, and the friendships that you make in theater are super like close knit, and I miss those kids so much. Sometimes I keep up with a few of them and it's really cool to see like what they've done in their life and like what they're doing now. One of them, I really think that he's gonna be on Broadway. So Logan, if you're watching this, I think you're gonna be on Broadway one day. What is your favorite drink? My favorite drink is a Coke Zero, but I have not had a Coke Zero in about a month. For my New Year's resolution, I decided that I was not gonna have Coke for the rest of the year. I did this once when I was 16 and it actually helped me not really like Coke anymore, and then slowly I started developing the taste for it back, but I don't really want to be addicted to Coke Zero. I was probably last year. That's pretty much one of the only things I would drink other than water, of course, but that was like my go-to drink, and I decided that I didn't want to have all that aspartame going into my system. What is your favorite song at the moment? My new favorite song is Pilgrim by John Mark McMillan, I think, and it just talks about how like we as Christians are just pilgrims in this life and that we have like a heavenly home that we can look forward to, which I think is super beneficial for us to kind of keep an eye on. Alright, next question is, what would you or have you named your children? Okay, a vibe for the baby names that I like are, I like really cool middle names and really regular first names so that later in life they can use it in like the real world. So an example that I have, I won't use the one that I'm actually going to use, but like one that I was obsessed with for a while but Dylan definitely vetoed was Jane Glacier. I thought it would be a really cool like gesture towards the fact that we got engaged there, and I love the first name Jane. I just think it's really simple. Classic, but not too old, but I'm not gonna tell you. You'll just have to wait until I have kids. Have you participated in any sports? Yes, I used to play soccer probably in like middle school and I loved it a lot. I just was not very good, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was really butthurt for a very long time that I was not good at soccer, but you win some, you lose some. I was good at theater and that's all that I needed. What is your favorite book? My favorite book is The Help. It's been one of my favorite books forever. I love Catherine Stockett and I love everything that she writes, and I like that if you read the book, Skeeter is much more interesting than in the movies. Like, I love her character and I love like the different like ins and outs that she has with Maybelline. What is your favorite color? Like I stated in my last video, my favorite color kind of changes. I usually just stick to pastels and then I get obsessed with one, and right now it's pink. As you can see, it's on my shirt and it's in the picture in the background. Literally all of my favorite colors are in this picture. That's why I picked it out, because I was like, this is literally me in a painting. I love all of it. What is your favorite animal? My favorite animal is an otter, and then second is a cat because I can't have an otter, but I love otters. They're so cute and I just think they have the best little personalities. What is your favorite perfume? It is the Jasmine. It's Target's perfume brand, but it's called like something Jasmine. I have like a roller of it in there, but it's definitely empty. I need to go get some more, but it makes me think of like an older time in my life that was like really good. What is your favorite holiday? So this is really funny. My favorite holiday is the 4th of July. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. I had a pretty good childhood, I would say. Like, I spent a lot of time outside. I had a really big imagination. Me and my siblings were always like into something, doing something outside. We built a lot of teepees growing up, built a lot of forts, played a lot of make-believe games. One time we had an obsession with like this creek that was in the back of our neighborhood, and we would go back there and there was like a little like dip in it to where you could sit, and it was kind of like a hot tub. One, why were we not scared of snakes? Two, we later found out that it was actually just sewage. We found that out after 2 of our friends drank it and got really sick. So I did move around a lot. So Mom, if you're watching this, I wish we wouldn't have moved around a lot. Now, there's reasons why we moved around a lot, so I'm not gonna blame you, but that would make it probably like I would say like it's a 7. That's pretty high. Have you ever been out of the country? Yes, 3 times. Once was on a cruise, once was on my honeymoon, and the other was for a family vacation to Mexico. But I would love to go to Ireland. I would really love to go to Australia. I'm obsessed with Australia. And I would also love to go to Scotland. Those are my top 3 places. And then my husband's, I think, he really wants to go to Japan. He also really wants to go to Australia. And then I think like Scotland and Ireland are also on his like top 2 up there. So hopefully one day we get to go to all of those. Do you speak any different languages? I do not speak any different languages. I have taken around 4 semesters of American Sign Language, so I can kind of sign a little bit. I haven't taken an ASL class in about a semester, so it's kind of a little bit gone, but I bet when I get back into my class, because I have to take 1 more for my degree, I'll remember it all, and I can remember some words and I can tell some stories, and I really think it's useful to use because you can teach it to your kids to where they can communicate even like non-verbally. Do you have any siblings? Now this is funny. Anytime anybody asks me this question, I do have to count on my hands. So let me count. I have Ann, Randy, Christy, Joe, Tony, Hannah, Ryan, Dustin. So do I have 8? Are there 9 of us? There are 9 of us. There we go. So I have 8 other siblings besides me. It's really cool, and I loved having that many siblings, and I think our relationship is really cool now because we're all grown up, we're all doing our own thing, and when we get together we have a lot of fun just because there's so many of us. What is your favorite store? It's gotta be somewhere cheap. I do like Target, but Target's expensive. And I would not say that it's my favorite store only because it's so expensive. I want to say Goodwill. I just wish it would go back to the time where nobody went to Goodwill and I could find all the good things. Now, I was there for an hour last time. Found one thing, and it was those pink pants. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? So this, I love this question because I feel like watching these YouTubers is kind of what inspired me to be a YouTuber. I've wanted to for a while, but like I never knew what kind of content I wanted to produce and what I kind of wanted to put out. And my favorite YouTubers are the ones who literally just put their life out there. I love Milena Ciciotti. Now, Sarah Therese did leave YouTube, so if you've never watched her, go watch some of her vlogs. I think that she just had her last vlog that she's gonna do, and then she may be doing like a goodbye video, I think. I don't know if she's like posted that or anything, but she is leaving YouTube. Delilah Leopke, she's super awesome, and I'm trying to think of who else. My favorite YouTuber ever is Kristen Johns. She is super sweet, super kind, and I love seeing like the videos that her and her husband make. I think her husband is super funny, and them two together have like the cutest little dynamic. They are all believers. I really like watching Christian YouTubers. I like to see like people who kind of have the same worldview that I do. It's kind of like looking up to somebody, I guess. They're all in like stages that are probably like ahead of me because I'm married, I don't have any kids, and I think all of them have kids. Because then I can kind of be like, oh, that's something that I do, that's something that I don't want to do. And I've learned a lot from those women, and that's what I love about those channels. Is that they're real people, they're just living their life and they're documenting it. And that's what I want this channel to be about. Oh, what are some of your favorite TV shows? So, whenever I watch TV, I try to make sure that it is not too raunchy. That is something I think that we need to be aware of, is the stuff that we're watching and consuming. But my favorite show right now is The Marvelous Miss Maisel. It is so funny. I love it to death. Other than that, I really love, there's a cat currently screaming outside my house. There's a bunch of stray cats that live in my apartment complex, and they be screaming all the time. I don't know what they're doing out there. I'm kind of scared. All right, and last but not least is, do you have any pets? And as you can see, she's sitting right there. This is our little girl, and I talked about her a little bit because I didn't realize that that was going to be the last question, but this is our sweet Mew Mew girl. Her real name is Colby Jane. That's really specific only because we couldn't call her Colby Jack because she's a girl, so she has to be Colby Jane. I think that she is the best little kitty that there ever was, and me and my friends joke, and they're like, man, we love your cat. She's our favorite cat. My friend Rachel and Troy, anytime they come over, they're like, I don't really like cats, but your cat is my favorite, and that just really, that tickles me. All right, that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope that you got to know me. Can you say bye? Bye!